Grenache is a very important and vital grape to the Barossa grape growing industry and the winemaking side, because it's been here since day one. Some of those old grapevines are still there today, and in fact our tricentenary is 1889 and planted right in the heart of Vine Vale. Well, the wine I have here in the glass is the 2012 Tricentenary Grenache, which is our flagship Grenache wine, and it's part of Barossa's history, a vineyard that's now 128 years of age. Why is this wine our flagship? Not just because it's from the oldest vines, not at all. It's because it's so individual. It's very different, it's unique, it's a wine that expresses the vintage every year. So from very, very different vintages like 2002 through 2006, through 2011 and now 2012, all very different vintages have made very, very different styles. And that's what we love about this wine, because it's made to be more savoury, more drinkable, more age-worthy, as more premium wines should be. But within the rest of the Tricentenary vineyard, we've got another 5 blocks, and those 5 blocks all help to contribute to all of these wines. Starting off with the Block 2 Rosé. A lot of people just make rosés in a very simple style, but this wine is made specifically from 40 to 70-year-old bush vines. It's the modern style of rosé, very dry, but very summer drinking wine, very crisp and good acidity. We move on to the Barossa Old Bush Vine Grenache. About a third of this comes off the Tricentenary vineyard, and mainly from about 1936 plantings, which is pretty old by anyone's standard. But the bush vine's all about being generous and rich and raspberry fruit driven, so it's very succulent. The next wine we have is the GSM, or the Strapper. So the Strapper is a GSM, which is a Grenache Shiraz Mataro blend, one of the staple blends of the Barossa, but it's made in a really savoury style, so it's quite dry at the end of the mouth when you're drinking it, and that's a really good thing because it makes it more food friendly. The next wine is the Vine Vale, which is one of our newer wines, Vine Vale Grenache. So we've named it the Vine Vale because it comes from the Tricentenary vineyard, but it comes from the plantings of 1948. It's made to have a really juicy, succulent palate, so it's made with whole bunch fermentation. To make this one a little bit different, we use some whole bunch, and I think the 2015 was about 5%, the 2016 is about 10% whole bunch, moving up to about, I think it's about 30% whole bunch in the 2017. So it becomes a real focus and a point of difference about that wine. The Carriage Block is the only wine that doesn't come from the Tricentenary vineyard. So the Carriage Block comes north from more Kalimna way. It's a vineyard we bought about 10 years ago, 10 or 12 years ago. Planted in 1954, old bush vines, very individual, single vineyard wine, only ever been dry grown. It's minuscule volumes, 60 to 100 dozen every year is about it for that wine. Very individual, very stylish. Leading into, I guess, our flagship, which is the Tricentenary, and it's our star of our Grenache lineup, but they're all very, very drinkable, very worthy wines, very enjoyable wines, which I know you will enjoy.